I mean, I think this concept of open play will encourage, hopefully, a whole new generation of golfers to take up the game. And hopefully it will encourage more diversity in the game, more inclusivity in the game. So again, I think that's why open play is going to be so important for the game in Scotland.
We shouldn't underestimate how important independent golfers are. But let me start stepping back a little bit from that. Our game is a club game. It's club members who pay for the golf courses. It's club members who pay for the clubhouses. And we mustn't lose sight of that. And so whilst I think that the independent golfers is critical to the future, it's critical for two reasons. One is it enables golf clubs to start to connect with those people who are playing their courses on a more frequent basis. From a business point of view, it stuns me how little information a golf club generally has on the people who are playing the course who aren't members. And today, sport is all about data, and it's all about connectivity, and it's all about being digital. And so I think that's really, really important. But the bigger play to me is if we can embrace independent golfers in this broader ecosystem of golf, and we can talk to them about the value of being a member of a club. Remember that most independent golfers are independent golfers because they're either time poor or they can't afford to play on one place regularly. They just want to play occasional golf. Or they like playing other courses. Look, lots of different courses. The latter, you're never going to change. But the two former ones, you can absolutely embrace. And if we can get that right, you create a pathway into club membership that makes club membership way more sustainable in the future.
One thing that has resonated with me, speaking about golf in the US with one of the companies that own a multitude of golf courses, they say one rule is too many. And if you try and go into a golf club, there's a myriad of rules that you have to obey just to even get in the door, let alone try and play the game. So I think we've really got to develop the game much more around this open play concept.
The real trick, and what all governing bodies and administrators have got to focus on now, is how do we keep those people as part of our club membership playing golf when they can have a choice to go and watch football or go and play football or other sports. And this independent golfer program has to be a key piece of that ability to attract and keep those people in the game.
We've got too many people, going out of the game. Too many people are being lost to the game because they don't have the time to pay for a membership and get the use of it. So if there's a scheme out there that makes it more flexible for people to be able to come and go and play sort of 6 to 15 rounds or whatever it is a year and receive an official handicap, I'm all for it.
So when you look at world handicapping and you look at from the perspective of governing body, what did we try to do? We tried to create a consistent system across the world that was inclusive of everybody who plays golf. And traditionally for governing bodies, handicaps have only really been available if you're a member of a club. And the reality is the number of people who are members of clubs, particularly here in Scotland and in the rest of the UK, is a fraction of the number of people who actually play golf. And so as a governing body, we were talking to a smaller and smaller group. So for us, this now opens up the whole pie, enables us to think about growing the game and genuinely reflects the way the game is being played, which is a mixture of club golfers and independent golfers.
We're very lucky in Scotland that golf has historically been a game of the people, and that ability to play the top public courses here, you often do need an official handicap. So it allows the open play golfer, the independent golfer, access that they wouldn't have otherwise. So hence why it's so important.
I think I see that a lot with golf days, where of the 18 people, there's at least 9 or 10 of that 18 are not a member of a club, but play regularly. I think they're all going to do this scheme and have an official handicap, because you do want to have that. People are competitive, aren't they? People are competitive people. If you don't have a handicap and you're playing with somebody and you're making up your handicap, they don't want that. They want to have a handicap. So I think OpenPlay will do that a great job for them.
I think I'm very proud to be involved with OpenPlay, just I think to try and keep more people in the game, get more people playing. I think for that kind of 20-ish age group, 20 to maybe 35, you know, you've maybe played as a junior, you've left home, you've just, you know, moving around with different jobs, you've bought a flat, renting a flat, got a young family, just not got time perhaps to justify a membership at a golf club. So to have this where you can go around and keep you in the game basically, and then when you're more settled and got more time, you know, you'd maybe want to try and join a golf club again.
You know, when you look at inclusivity and what does it really mean is a terrific question. But if I was to say, if you look at golf clubs today, there are across the UK about 1 million golf club members, and the average age is above 55, and it's about 16-17% female. If you actually look at the number of people who play on golf courses, 9-hole courses and 18-hole courses, it's 4 to 5 times as many as that. But more importantly, those independent golfers, that 4 to 5 times, are younger. They're kind of in their late 30s, 40s, and more gender balanced as well. And so for inclusivity for the game, we're reaching a younger audience and a more diverse audience. And if we don't do that, club golf is increasingly going to get older and less diverse.
You don't want to cut any route off to any golfer being allowed to have a handicap or be a part of something.
It'd be great for women who perhaps haven't played golf before, they're just trying to get into the game. Obviously being a member of a club is a big commitment, so you want to try it out first. So this gives you the opportunity to go and take up the game, go to different courses, play it, and then see if you like it and want to make that commitment to join a club in a few years.
The OpenPlay scheme for kids is going to be exciting because, again, you know, they can play with their mates in the middle, and they can do things that they couldn't do if they weren't a member of a club. So I think that pathway, again, getting more kids to be competitive at a younger age will help them become members of clubs down the road.
The biggest criticism I have of the game I love is that golfers talk to golfers and golf talks to golf. And if you think about that for just 5 seconds, how the hell do you think we can grow the game when we're only talking to ourselves? So embracing independent golfers, embracing those people who aren't members of clubs, connecting with them about the value of being a member, and then getting them on a pathway to being a member. That's how we grow the pie, and that's how we make the game better.
As a pathway into club membership, I mean, I think it's a great way, because I mean, you've got to get people golfing before they join a golf club. So, you know, I think it gets people into the game. You know, it gives them the opportunity to maybe play 5-10 rounds a year, and then if they do like it, they'll maybe think, well, I want to join a club. I want to have that kind of social side of the golf club as well.
I think we can use this as a pathway into membership because a lot of people are going to see how good the product is at golf clubs, and the fact that you can have an official handicap. By doing what the OpenPlay scheme's going to do, they're going to be able to play a lot more different variety of courses.
You know, the interesting thing about independent golfers is the vast majority of them play at only 2 or 3 courses. And if you're a marketing person and you can really connect with these people digitally, just think of the opportunities you've got in terms of growing your membership and building a pipeline.
I think for the inclusivity of golf, it will help because it keeps people playing, it keeps younger people. I mean, that is the problem with golf clubs the world over, is that they tend to be older memberships. So I think the OpenPlay is a great way to keep younger people in the game. And then when they do perhaps have a bit more time and are settled in where they're living, you know, they'll want to join a club.
The great thing about the OpenPlay concept is it's going to be very easy to sign up, and especially for a generation that are used to using their mobile phone, using the app, it's going to be simple for that generation. It's only people like me that even I have managed to sign up to the app, so there you go.
You know, nowadays everyone's on their phone, I mean myself included. You basically can do everything on your phone. You can pay for things on your phone. You can basically, your phone is just about your life, just about.
And I think the app's really cool, the app's brilliant, what a great job they've done with that, and the fact that, you know, you go through that and you join it and it's just amazing what you can do with technology, you know, these days. So I think kids will really grasp into this and they'll absolutely love it because on their phones and all that, that's what they do. And we've got to get away from some of the rules and some of the stuff that's stopping children coming into the game. And I think this is a great way to open up to juniors. Certainly in my foundation, we have quite a number of kids who come and they play in the events, but they don't have an official handicap. They're not a member of a club. I think that'll change with OpenPlay.
It's great for Scottish golf. And I think that people, independent golfers being part of it, should remember that Scottish golf plays a huge role in developing the game. And by signing up to the app, the monthly subscription, you're helping the governing body of Scottish golf grow the game. That's got to be good.
You watch your Netflix or whatever, there's so many things that you sign up for monthly. I've got a Whoop that I sign up for a monthly charge, a Peloton bike. So I think it's certainly the way things are going now. You tend to have monthly kind of subscriptions for things. So why not monthly subscription for your golf?
What I would say is, we want you to be part of the golf ecosystem. We want you to be playing in competitions. We want you to have a handicap that's recognized, not just in the locale, but across the country and in other countries. And we want you to realize and learn the benefits that you as an individual could accrue from being a club member. And this is the pathway to doing it.
In a nutshell, for me, OpenPlay is a game changer for a lot of people who don't have the time to play regularly at a club and put in medals and play the amount of golf it requires to do that. I think this just gives people the opportunity to play 5, 6, 10 times a year, have an official handicap, not feel embarrassed when they go to do anything or playing a game of golf and somebody asks you, what's your handicap? Oh, I don't actually have one. But do you play golf? Yeah, I play a lot of golf, but I'm not a member of a club. I just think it takes away that for people. So for me alone, that's enough. And I think for kids coming through, it's going to be huge for kids coming through, and they'll see how good it is to be a member of something like that, of OpenPlay, and they'll end up joining clubs.
Commend Scottish Golf for doing it. I think it's terrific, and it really will have value. And we just got to keep pushing forward it, and I think it will be very successful.